Hello everyone, welcome back to the crafty magic of Macy. I'm Macy and today I want to share with you my Nashville Needlework Market haul. I wanted to make a video specifically focused on my Nashville Needlework Market haul because I bought so many goodies and truthfully I'm probably gonna buy a lot more in the upcoming month, so I figured I'd attach the extra things I buy to my Flosstube episodes. But as far as my initial Nashville Needlework Market haul, I just wanted to make an own video for it since I have so many goodies to share with you guys today and so many projects that I'm so excited to start hopefully in the near future. But I kind of need to cool it with some new starts because my whip list is starting to get a little bit out of hand, as you'll see in my next Flosstube episode, which should be coming very, very soon. In case you don't know, the Nashville Needlework Market is basically like Christmas for cross stitchers. Basically, it's where all the designers, or most of them, tend to gather and sell all of their patterns and all of their new releases, and all kinds of awesome local needlework stores can go and pick those projects up so that they can sell it to people like me, people like you probably, and whoever wants to buy all of these amazing cross-stitch patterns and goodies. I am always a big spender during the Nashville Needlework Market because I just see so many amazing things and it just fills my mind with so many possibilities of some amazing projects that I can't wait to start. And so that's why I have a little bit of a bigger haul, especially because I kind of told myself like, okay, seeing as my birthday was coming up, and my birthday's also in March, and as well as Easter in April, I was like, you know, what's wrong with treating yourself just a little bit? So that's why today I have this haul for you. So the first thing that I had to buy was some of the new flosses. I'm always weak for specialty flosses. Even though I already have a huge stash, I always want more. Isn't that the truth for a lot of us stitchers? So I'm actually pretty proud of myself because as far as buying specialty threads, I only bought one set. I wanted to buy all the new releases, but I limited myself to just one. So this year I picked the Classic Colorworks by Little House Needleworks new colors. And in this you get the brand new shades Ponderosa Pine, Sedona, Lakeside, and Gold Rush. So these are so beautiful. Here they all are together. Absolutely obsessed with these colors. I love that yellow. It's like the perfect mustardy yellow. Literally pleased with all of these. And I feel like there's some trends happening because the new Weeks Dye Works colors I felt like pretty similar to these. That's why I was like, you have to pick one. Either these or the Weeks, but Classic Colorworks won for me this time. So I'm so excited to add these to my stash. Hopefully I can use these in a project soon. I typically don't color convert, which makes using my fancy flosses a little bit more difficult, but I definitely plan to incorporate more color conversions in the future because I've seen so many gorgeous patterns that people have shifted the colors for and just made it entirely their own, and that's something I really want to get better at in the future as well. Of course, although I did limit myself to just buying the Classic Colorworks, I had to buy one other thread pack, which is for the X Stitch the Rainbow Beneath the Waves collaboration. I had to buy this. Like, let's be for real. This collaboration is literally everything I could ever have wanted because I love everything ocean. I love everything fish related because I have some really big fish tanks of my own that I love just buying fish for and just really into aquariums in general. So this theme got me, and the fact that it was a collaboration with Cottage Garden Threads made me all the more tempted because it's so hard for me to find these threads in America. So I'm so excited to finally have my hands on some more Cottage Garden threads. The colors included in this collaboration are Sizzler, absolutely beautiful, Mariana, I love that blue and that variegation there, Sea Change, love the blue into green. I think I might have actually bought this in before and now I might have a second one, but that's totally fine. I'm cool with that. I love this color so much. It screams mermaid to me, so I couldn't be more obsessed with this color. And then the last one is Citrus, which look how fluorescent that is. That is gorgeous. Oh, I cannot wait to use these in so many X Stitch the Rainbow projects. You're gonna see which ones I picked right now, but let me tell you already, I had so much trouble picking out exactly which of those patterns from the collaboration to buy because literally all of them were calling my name. Like my cart had, I think, probably 80 to 90% of them, and then I had to restrain myself because unfortunately I'm not made of money, so I had to make some cuts. But I did buy quite a few, which you'll see in just a second. But before we get into the patterns that I bought for the Beneath the Waves collaboration, I did have to buy the needle minder. Did I need another needle minder? No. But did I buy it? Of course I did. It's a gorgeous little puffer fish, which, like I said, I love all things aquarium, fish related, and actually puffer fish have always been like my favorite type of fish. My dream in life is literally to have my own because they're just so cute, so fun. They kind of act like little puppies even, like that you can train them to do tricks and things. I desperately want a puffer fish, but at least in the meanwhile, I can have a needle minder to remind me of their cuteness. So definitely excited to add this to my collection. Definitely plan to use this very, very soon. And before I get any further, let me just quickly say that all of the orders that I put in for Nashville Needlework Market, I actually purchased from Abby from Top Knot Stitcher, and she actually included a lot of little freebies as well, like little stickers from the Beneath the Waves collaboration and some freebies that were given out at market. I always love the Top Knot Stitcher for all of my stitchy needs, but I also support tons of other stores as well. This is just where I chose to do my first big order for Nashville Needlework Market, because she had everything that I was looking for and it was all in stock at the time that I was ready to finally push my order through. But these stickers, I definitely know I'm going to put to good use because I love creative journaling, and these are definitely going in my journal very, very soon. So now it's time for me to officially show you the patterns I picked out for the Beneath the Waves collaboration. I'm very proud of myself. I only bought 3. Truthfully, like I said, I had like almost all of them in my cart at one time. I narrowed it down quite a lot, but I have big intents to buy more if I finish these. That's a big if, because with me, I stink at finishing things sometimes. I am trying not to start more things because of that. Like I'm trying to force myself to finish things. But seeing as I get distracted by some pretty objects, I figured I'm not allowed to buy any more patterns until I stitch some of the ones I bought. So the very first one I decided to buy in my first bit of Beneath the Waves collab is the Midnight Ocean pattern. And this one's by Tiny Modernist. And that's what it's gonna look like. I was weak for this whale the second I saw it. I think this is one of the first patterns that I saw appear online when they were teasing all the patterns going to be at Nashville Needlework Market. And as soon as I saw this, I was like, I kind of love that whale. Like I'm not even, I'd say I'm more of a fish fan than a whale fan, but like as soon as I saw this, I was sold, especially with like the fish surrounding it and like all the kind of aquatic plants, the coral, the jellyfish, everything about this I just was obsessed with. So I'm so happy to add this to my collection. This might be the first pattern from this collaboration that I work on. Don't hold me to that. Who knows what's really going to happen. The second pattern that I chose, which I am obsessed with turtles. I don't even know if you can really see it, but my pillow here even is covered in turtles. So I had to get Sea Turtle Cove. This one was a must because, again, obsessed with turtles, obsessed with fish. So this literally had everything I love in it. And this is what it'll look like. I also love this idea of finishing as a pillow. That might be something that I choose to do in the future. And this pattern, Sea Turtle Cove, is by Emily Pengelly of Blueberry Ridge Design. And like I said, another one I'm super excited to stitch. This is one that I'm like dabbling with what kind of Ada or linen I really want to complete this on, because I really want all of the sea creatures to pop on it, but I also love the idea of doing something a little bit more bluish in nature than this like more white kind of color. So we'll see what I come up with here, but I absolutely love the design, and this is another one I really hope to start very, very soon. And then the last pattern of this collaboration that I picked up was Stitchy Prose's Tentacles Below. This one, The octopus was too cute. I couldn't deny it. I love the use of that orangey color for it. I think it's gonna pop so great on maybe a darker fabric, which I will show you some that I picked up actually in my next Flosstube episode, because those weren't part of my Nashville Needlework Market haul, but they are part of the haul that I bought in the last month, so definitely stay tuned for that. But I am so excited for this one too. I think this will just be really fun to stitch. I love that all of these patterns are on the smaller side, so hopefully I'll be able to finish them a lot faster than other patterns, and I'm just so excited to make my way through these. I might even be a little bit more excited because, like I said, I only bought these 3, but I have my eye on so many more, so if I actually finish these, then I'm allowed to buy some more, so you can see my logic here. The next pattern that I bought is not actually for me. That's why I'm allowed to have bought this, because this one's very much for my mother. I plan to stitch this up for her very soon, and I know she's gonna be obsessed with it. And this is Froggin by Noteworthy Needle. This pattern just was so cute. As soon as I saw it, my mom, who's obsessed with frogs, I knew she had to have this. She literally has an entire Christmas tree with frogs on it. Like, she collects literally anything frog related and has for so many years of her life, ever since way before I was even born. So because of that, I knew as soon as I saw this pattern, this was too cute. Have to stitch this for her. I'm gonna let her pick out exactly which fabric she wants me to do it on and what colors to use, but I absolutely love the way this pattern is. I just told her, I made her a deal. I was like, I'll do the stitching for you if you do the sewing into the frog, because that seems a little bit more challenging than what I'm currently able to do with my sewing machine. So as long as she sews it, I'll do the stitching, and hopefully I'll have this as an FFO maybe this year. That's my goal. That might be a little bit lofty of a goal, but I would love to stitch this up before the end of 2026. And then you already know I'm weak for the fish and this aquatic sea life, so I was weak for Fish Dish by Satsuma Street. Actually, Satsuma Street had so many gorgeous pieces that I was obsessed with this year. I've always been a fan of Satsuma Street because they use a lot of very colorful pieces, a lot of gorgeous bright colors, and as I said in prior videos, I'm a sucker for color, so definitely when I saw Fish Dish, I knew I had to have this. Did I need another fish pattern? Heck no. But again, I'm obsessed. I can't wait to stitch this. It's so cute. And I love the way this is finished too. I could totally see me doing something similar as like a pillow or something like that, but I love the way it looks, love the colors, can't wait to stitch it. And that being said, Satsuma Street, they just had all the winners for me this year, and so I also got Pot Shop by Satsuma Street. Another thing about me is I love my fish, but I also love my plants, both aquatic plants and regular plants. And as of probably like 3 or 4 years ago, I got really into house plants and succulents. And since then, my collection of live plants has just spiraled a bit out of control. So I figured this piece would be like a great one for me to stitch up, because like looking at this, I can even think of some of my plants that look very similar. And so this was something I just had to add to cart as soon as I saw it. Again, I love the colors that Satsuma Street chose for this. I love the way this looks. So another one I'm very excited to stitch up. So I know I had to draw the line somewhere because I bought so many gorgeous patterns. So it pains me to say that this is the last one I added to my cart and purchased at this time. But like I said, I just gotta stitch more, because if I stitch more, I can buy more, which I know is a terrible attitude to have about this, but you know, it's just exciting with all the new releases coming out from Market this year. And so the last piece that I chose to purchase currently is called Caffeinate, and this is part 7 of the Magical Elixir series by Heartstring Samplery. And I am so excited for this one too. What it says on here is, I don't rise and shine, I caffeinate and hope for the best, which one thing about me is that is very true. I am not a morning person. My job just forces me to be a morning person. And so because of that, until I get my morning coffee, I really do. I'm just like hoping for the best, that I can just be my best self, be in a great mood. So I definitely believe in the power of caffeine, of coffee. And so this is one I'm really excited to do very soon, because I just think this will be adorable framed and hung above our little coffee cart that we got going on. And I just think that this will just be a great addition to my projects. I think this will be super fast to stitch too, with like all the little words and the little motifs. Like, I'm very excited for this one. I actually kitted all of this up too with my Top Knot Stitcher order. So I bought any of the fancy flosses that I didn't already have in my stash. That way I can start this hopefully in April. So we'll see about that. Clearly, based on this haul, I have a lot of hopes for the future of all the patterns that I want to work on, start. I need to finish some things before I start these beautiful patterns though, so hopefully in my next Flosstube I will have some finishes for you. I know for a fact I'm gonna have one at least, so that's progress, but hopefully even after that I'll have some more finishes so I can start some more of these beautiful things. I'm so excited that you guys chose to click on my video, and definitely feel free to let me know below, what did you buy from the Nashville Needlework Market? I would love to know. Like I said, this is just barely the surface of what I wish I could have bought, but there's so many amazing releases. I feel like this year Nashville Needlework Market knocked it out of the park. I feel like this is the first year that like I was incapable of buying everything I wanted, just because so many designers came up with so many beautiful things, so many gorgeous flosses came out, and so much more. So I'm so excited to see what 2026 has in store for our stitchy hobby, and I cannot wait to hear from you guys as to what you're currently stitching from Market. I cannot wait to see you guys in the next video, and in the meanwhile, make sure you stay crafty. See you next time.